Namaste, I'm Samta Auntie, the founder and CEO of Virtual Preschool, where children learn Hindi through English. Today we are going to talk about hand vocabulary in Hindi. What we're going to learn is how to say hand and hands in Hindi, Hindi words for different parts of the hand, practice questions, so you can practice the new vocabulary that you learned, and at the end we'll have a Hindi hand washing rhyme. So let's get started. First, to say hand in Hindi, we say haath. Haath is hand. Hands, meaning more than one hand, is haathon. Haathon. So hands is haathon. More than one hand is haathon. Now these are the different parts of your hand. Geez, there's so many. So first we have finger. Finger is Oong-alee. Oong-alee. But we don't just have one finger, we have 10 fingers, plural. So fingers are ungaliyan. So one finger is Oong-alee, fingers are ungaliyan. What about our thumb? Thumb is angutha. Angutha is thumb, and thumbs, more than one thumb, are anguthe. Anguthe. And that's a tricky H word. So listen, angutha and anguthe. And what about your wrist, where you wear your watch or maybe your bangles? Your wrist is your kalai. Kalai. And wrists, more than one wrist, is kalaiyan. Kalaiyan. So you might have heard that famous Hindi song, Chittiya kalaiyan ve, Chittiya kalaiyan ve, right? They're talking about her gore gore kalaiyan, her pretty wrists. Okay? Hatheli. What is hatheli? Sounds like hot, right? Sounds like hot, but hot is hand. So what is hatheli? Hatheli is your palm of your hand. The palm of your hand is your hatheli. What about your nails? Your nails are nakhun. Nakhun, and that's also a tricky H word. Nakhun is your nails. And last and definitely not least, what we started with, haath is hand. Haath is hand. All right, so let's look again. Oong-alee is finger. Say it with me, Oong-alee. Ungaliyan, ungaliyan are fingers. Angutha, angutha is thumb. Anguthe, anguthe is thumbs. Kalai is wrist. Kalai is wrist. Wrists, more than one wrist, are kalaiyan. Kalaiyan. Palm is hatheli. Hatheli is your palm, the palm of your hand. Nail is nakhun. Nakhun is nail. And do you hear that tricky H in there? Nakhun. Now let's do some practice questions. So let's look at Dr. Uncle. In this first picture, what is Dr. Uncle holding up? He's doing a thumbs up, right? So what is a thumb in Hindi? If you said angutha, shabash, angutha. Now, Dr. Uncle in the second picture is showing us the palm of his hand, like he's waving by. He's showing the palm of his hand. What's the palm of your hand? Hatheli. Hatheli. And in the third picture, Dr. Uncle's very happy and he's doing balle balle. So he's got his two fingers pointing up. So what are fingers in Hindi? Ungaliyan. Ungaliyan. All right, let's do some more practice problems. So wow, look at these guys. They're playing with the string on their fingers. So he's got the fingers wrapped around, he's got the string wrapped around his fingers. And how do we say fingers in Hindi? Ungaliyan. Ungaliyan are fingers. Now he's using his thumbs to work the remote for his video game. So how do we say thumb in Hindi? thumb is angutha. Angutha. And what is thumbs? More than one thumb. Anguthe. Anguthe. And if you're not looking at the diagram above that has the words, then make sure you do that so you can answer the questions. One thumb is angutha. More than one thumb is anguthe. Ooh, this is so pretty. She has mehendi on the palm of her hand. She has mehendi on the palm of her hand. How do we say palm in Hindi? Hatheli. Hatheli is palm. And ooh, her nails look very pretty. This nice gulabi rang. So how do we say nail in Hindi? Nakhun. Nakhun is nail. And ooh, this guy is checking the time on his watch. And he's wearing his watch on his wrist. How do we say wrist in Hindi? Kalai. Kalai is wrist. And another thumbs up. We've got another thumbs up here. So what is thumb in Hindi? Angutha. Angutha is thumb. And one more time. Here, see, the words are gone, right? So now I'm testing your memory. The words are gone. So this person has the string wrapped around their fingers. And how do we say fingers in Hindi? Ungliyan. Ungliyan are fingers. And this person's using their thumbs to manage the remote for their video game. So how do we say thumb in Hindi? Thumb is angutha. Angutha. And thumbs are anguthe. Anguthe. And what was palm? This person has mehendi on the palm of her hand. Palm, do you remember? Palm was hatheli. Hatheli. And what about nails? Her pretty gulabi rang nails. Nails are nakhun. Nakhun are nails. And again, for the watch on his wrist, how do we say wrist? Kalai. Kalai is wrist. And again, thumb. Thumb is angutha. Angutha. All right, very good work on that. So now, how about we learn a rhyme for washing our hands in Hindi? So, sabun lagao, pani chalao, haath dholo, haath pocho. Sabun lagao, pani chalao, haath dholo, haath pocho. So what that means is put soap on your hands, turn the water on, wash your hands, and dry your hands. So let's do it together. Say it with me. Sabun lagao, pani chalao, haath dholo, haath pocho. Let's do it again. Sabun lagao, pani chalao, haath dholo, haath pocho. Again. Sabun lagao, pani chalao, haath dholo, haath pocho. So there should be some words in here that you already know. So sabun, first of all, means soap. And lagao is the verb to put. So put soap. Pani is a word that you probably already know. Pani means water. Chalao means to turn on. So turn the water on. Haath is a word you know because we just learned it. Haath is hand. Haath dholo. Dholo means to wash. Wash your hands. And then haath pocho. Pocho is to dry or to wipe. So haath pocho. Sabun lagao, pani chalao, haath dholo, haath pocho. And that is our little Hindi rhyme for washing our haatho, our hands. So dhanyavad. Now you know more Hindi words. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in class.